mature awareness of that. When you're listening on a recording, you'll be less likely to jump the beat and go da 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 da. You'll be less likely to automatically put it on it. You'll be more encouraged to keep the beat steady, so you hear it da 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 that. But until that happens, or if you have a place that keeps tripping you up, make sure you play what's on the page. What I mean is, if this was an upbeat, you'd play ba. Okay. It's right on the page. Ba. So treat this as an upbeat to that. Ba dum bum ba dum bum ba dum bum. Understand it? Now do it slow because you'll have to replace what's been in your head. That 1, 2. Got it?
Yeah.
So it was right on the page. You put a downbeat here. And then it made it impossible to come back in here because your body was aligned with that beat. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
So I won't have you play it faster right now, only because you've been playing it wrong so long that your body will want to fall into the more familiar pattern first. You're going to have to go back and play that. But again, what I do is I play what's on the page. If this is a pickup, I play it as a pickup into the next thing. There you go.
Okay.
And that'll solve that and that. So I only had one comment about the presto. You played the presto as fast as this could go. I would play the presto as fast as this could go.
Okay.
So play this measure a few times, or wherever you get into that. Okay, so that was a pretty, you've been used to really rushing there because you've always been starting the presto at the tempo that's best for this.
Yeah.
So play it a couple more times so that you're playing it at the tempo that's best for that. Good. Here's your tempo. Go back to the presto. Good.
Sorry.
Did you catch that?
Yeah.
So what you have to do is you have to go to the nasty part and play that, and then go back and play that at that tempo.
Okay.
Now, you could say, I don't care if you want to say, well, I want it at the other tempo. Okay, well, then practice it at the other tempo. I mean, get it up to that. But your responsibility for making the music right is what works.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And then, one other thing. Oh, and who's to say presto is fast or a character? And that's the big musical question. Are those things tempos or are they characters? So, if you say, well, you know what? I have to pick a tempo that's slightly slower than what I think I should or what somebody else plays, then I would play with more presto character.
Okay.
Dum da da dee da 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 dum bum bee da 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 dum ding dum ding dum da 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 da. That's very different than the character that you've been playing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you can use that to your advantage too. It's going to give you a trick. Well, it's a trick. It's something that almost all professionals would use.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. She said, yeah, I'd like something for that. So, see which one works better. So play me this high E natural, play it at a mezzo forte. But this is an experiment. If you crack either one, barely crack, don't open, but barely crack either one of these trill keys here, either by rolling over slightly on this one or by just touching this one, whichever one's easier for you, you won't be able to fall off of it because the flute can't play any lower than that.
Okay.
So just try E. your trill key, just keep playing it softer and softer. Now that might be a little more open because you're getting kind of a trill key sound on it. I just barely crack, and then I always have to figure out which one in a particular place. But this is the kind of perfect place that one would use something like that you crack your trill key. Because you want it more pianissimo anyway, and you're coming up to it at the end of your air. So it's the perfect place, and I might not be able to play it well right now, but. So that's pretty close. But that's the color that you're looking for, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's the control that you need. So every once in a while, for the high E, and on piccolo, do you play piccolo?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody uses that too.
Okay.
A lot. So crack your trill keys when you're going up to experiment with notes. And sometimes you can, especially, you know, if you have to hold it forever or something like that, you're in that position especially on piccolo where you have to hold it, that's a really nice thing. Sometimes playing A and the trill key, let's see. A little more of a trill key sound, I don't like it as well, but does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
And I don't have anything else. I thought that was really well done. Yeah, very nice, very nice job.
I have one question.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No, that's fine. Am I playing loud enough with my middle register? Sometimes I feel like I'm not projecting as well as my lower or higher.
I didn't notice that. So I would say, in this piece, I would say yes. Is it places like this or places like that?
In the beginning, usually I wasn't playing it as loud as that.
Oh, I see. Well, that's hard anyway. I mean, frankly, because those D's and that range doesn't wanna, it spreads so easy.
Yeah.
So I thought, so yes, if you want it louder, I thought it was fine. If you want it louder, I would just do some kind of tonguing exercise from the area that you like and can do it as well, and then move it into the area that you don't like.
Okay.
So if you really like that register and how you're playing, then just work your way down. Try that. That's from an A. Just come down a C major scale. Those are all exactly the same. You had to, I heard you making an adjustment each one, and so maybe it could become more automatic as an exercise, but yeah, I thought it was great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anything else? Sorry. Okay, great. Terrific.